Alright, let's start with this one. 19 things I wish I knew before playing Dune.
I'm a survival builder, and in almost all other games like this, I always use the B button to build. Well, you can't assign the B button because the build item is an item in this game, it's not an actual command. So what I did is I actually changed the last button in my loadout to B. So no longer is it the 8 key, it is actually the B key, and then I just always plant my construction tool there.
19 things I wish I knew before playing Dune. Number 1, you can change your keybinds.
I'm a survival builder.
Hey guys, I'm a survival compactor, and in almost all other games like this I use the C button. But in this game you can't actually use the C button because it's not a command. So I actually changed the last button in my loadout to C, and now I can always keep my compactor with me and compact sand by pushing C. You see? C compact.
Later in the game you will have singular crafting engines that take up to 3 squares on the ground, in some cases 3 high as well.
Crafting engines? You mean refineries? This whole advice is about building your base accommodating for endgame refineries. And yes, the large spice refinery is 5 units in heights, not 3. So that advice doesn't work. It's stupid.
One of the coolest features of base fuel in this game is the ability to manipulate your vehicle's inventory only if it's in your base area.
Nope, again, your vehicle doesn't need to be in your base area, it just needs to be near your base. Here is an example of me manipulating the inventory of my Sloptubers, which is outside of my base area. No problem.
At the top of Mesa Trail is a corpse that you will want to loot every time you pass by it. Simply land on the top of the tallest building, walk off the front onto the little platform right below the top, and loot that corpse for a T3 blueprint.
Alright, first of all, this is not a tier 3 blueprint, but a tier 4 schematic. Wrong tier, wrong name. And this is just pretty much a chest, like you have many other everywhere. You have 19 things, I mean 18 because you had to remove one because everyone in the comment was complaining that you were saying just bullshit. But you have 18 things you want to focus on and you're just like, here guys, there is a chest just right there. There are like more than 50 in the Aga Basin and a lot of them are available without fighting when you just pass near them. So why focus on this one? There's also another corpse chest that is in the Aga Rift. Why didn't you mention this one? Oh, because maybe you didn't find it. If you want an actual good recommendation, you need to go into the Sheol area. There is this cave right in the middle, and if you just go all the way down and stick to the left, you will find a chest. And in this chest, you will get a tier 5 schematic, not a blueprint, a schematic. This loot is equivalent to the arrow of the deep desert. This is really good chest to hit if you want to gear up before you go to the DD for the first time. How about that?
Look up. This game deals with a lot of verticality, and a lot of times looking up is how you're going to find some of the best loot in some areas. There was a particular area at the beginning of this playthrough that I passed through probably 30 plus different times, and it wasn't until a viewer said, "Why isn't he getting the good chest in here every time?" that I realized I'd not been looking up. Looking up showed me a little passageway that led to some of the best loot in the area that I could have been looting every other time I'd gone through there, but I didn't. Because I wasn't looking up.
Oh my god. Yes, looking up is a good advice. You passed 30 plus time near that chest and you just give that advice to look up? That would be a perfect example if maybe that chest was not visible from the 2nd floor. I don't know, dude, maybe just look straight also? That might help.
Be incredibly careful using a shield or a suspensor when you are anywhere near the sand. These will bring Dave, the worm, over to you much faster than normal, as the worm sign will start freaking out whenever you use these.
Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands.
Again, 19 things I wish I knew before playing Dune, and I just tell you something that's written on the description of the item. Like, really? And the game hammer it to you if you haven't also seen the movie or read the book?
Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands.
Guys, the shield attract the worm. It's written worm attraction intensity extreme. But maybe you don't know, you don't know how to read. Oh, how thankful of you. I'm getting so worked. Video number 2, 10 things I wish I knew sooner.
Your planetologist skill line, which also has some absolutely amazing passives here. You've got this climbing passive mountaineer, which is going to reduce the stamina drain while climbing, which is huge because you're going to be doing a ton of that in this game.
Yeah, are you though? Because after like just a few hours, you're gonna get like the Emperor Wings Mark 1 or an active suspensor belt, and then you don't really climb that much anymore. I mean, there's no need to invest like skill points into a passive that you are barely using. So no, just yeah, maybe pick it at the beginning and then respect immediately once you get your first active suspensor belt, which is just a few hours. So yeah, not really interesting.
Also, make sure you avoid the quicksand. That's these circles with the line through it. This, if you drive onto it, you will come to an almost immediate stop and you'll start sinking, and it will kill you very fast if you're not really careful. So I wouldn't try to drive between these. I would try to avoid it at all costs. You know, take the wide route around. It is not worth getting sucked into one of these things and losing your stuff.
Like, bro, what are you on? Like, first of all, the area is not as huge as what's displayed on the map. You can easily pass between the gaps. You can pass like 3 or 4 buggies. Come on, man. It's not that big. Like, no, guys, go around. Spend like 10 minutes on your sandbike at the beginning of the game just going all the way around, but you can just cross. Just look. Open your eyes. I mean, come on.
Now, this next tip is a huge one, but first, let me ask you a question. Do you have a solid gaming setup, but you find you're underperforming in the games you play?
Oh, of course there's an ad in it. Hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, tinkle my balls, and kiss your homie goodnight.
And that's how uniques will work in this game. They're all going to require some spice-infused iron dusts. Never drop your spice-infused iron dust. You want to hold on to that stuff. You want to carry it, and here's what it looks like, okay?
Well, I don't know. As you say, you spiced-infused iron dust.
Iron dusts
Look to me a lot like a spiced-infused copper dust. But maybe I'm wrong.
When it comes to finding some of the best loot in this game, well, the things you're going to want to look for are going to be the shipwrecks are definitely a substantial source of great materials, but really, you can't beat Imperial testing stations.
Like, no, one is not better than the other. They have completely different type of loot. What you find into the shipwrecks is what you can use to craft weapons and armors, and what you find into the Imperial testing station is what you use to craft vehicles or utility tools like a shield or a suspensor belt. One is not better than the other. You need both. Come on.
And then at the end of them is a massive chest.
Nope, not all testing stations have a chest with schematics. I was gonna say blueprints because they all say blueprints, it's schematics. Not all testing stations have a chest with schematics in it.
Now, another one that is going to be great for collecting these materials is going to be the PvP zones. Now, in the first zone, there's no PvP, and then you'll make your way up to the next one here, the Vermilius Gap, and this is all PvE, except right here, this wreck of the palace, right?
Again, complete bullshit. Did you forget about the wreck of Actaeon? This one, here. It's also a PvP zone, and you find it earlier than the other one. What the f, dude? Did you play the game?
Another one that's really important and kind of easy to forget in the chaos of and the fun of everything is check on your fuel powered generator often, right? If this thing ever runs out of fuel cells, this will go to 0. The shield that's protecting your base will disappear, and then a sandstorm will come by and disappear it. It'll basically delete it, right?
Wait, hold on. It's not that bad. If you forget to power your shield generator, it's not gonna immediately destroy your base. Your base can last for weeks, literally weeks without a shield, no problem, dude. Do not worry if you forgot once, alright? It's not that bad.
In each subsequent area, as you get higher and farther into the game, the worms get more dangerous, more aggressive.
Again, complete bullshit. It's not the further you go in the game, the more aggressive the worms are. The worms in the Vermilius Gap are really aggressive compared to the Misataril one, which is pretty chill. I mean, the worms are designed for a specific purpose in each area. It's not because you go further that they are more aggressive.
While you're avoiding these red circles here, the drum sand that attracts the worm faster.
A few minutes later.
Basically, if you drive over these spots, it's dangerous. These are spots where you are absolutely attracting the attention of the worm.
Yeah, sure, just let me repeat the same point several times throughout the video so I can get some watch time, baby! Oh, and to finish another video. 15 essential deep desert tips every Dune Awakening player must No. I know we haven't talked much about thumbnail, but this is the second video with a red arrow. What is on YouTube 2016? But come on, man, I know you're a small YouTuber, but have you noticed that the border is not aligned with your figure? Do you see the gap? Come on, man.
The first thing you need to know when heading into Deep Desert is you're basically going in blind. That's why the first item you absolutely need to bring is a probe launcher.
Yeah, no, of course, pure bullshit again. Don't take a survey probe launcher and survey the areas. Like, it's gonna take you ages. There's 81 squares. Just, of course, what was gonna be to be expected is that immediately after the Deep Desert come out, you will get some website that show you the map, just like this one. Just look at the map, and also the first row is always the same every week. So no worries about that. Just go on that website, check the map, and find where you want to go.
Here's mistake number 1 you want to avoid right away. Don't go straight for the shipwrecks. I know, the loot sounds tempting, but trust me, it's a trap for new players. Even though half the Deep Desert is PvE territory, shipwrecks are always PvP zones. And guess what? People in the Deep Desert are ready for PvP. You'll run into gankers, campers, and big squads, people just waiting to ruin your day. Here's a perfect example. I was one step away from grabbing the chest, and boom, 3 dudes jumps out of nowhere and wipe me. What to do instead? Go for the Imperial Labs. These are PvE friendly dungeons scattered across the Deep Desert, and they're 100% safe if they're in a PvE zone.
Come on, dude, it's the A row. It's not that serious. Just take a live scanner with you. You can see enemy through wall, and when you just go into the shipwreck, you just scan it, see if there's people inside or if just a couple of mobs, no problem. I mean, it's not that you're not gonna get ganked immediately by 3 people. I mean, that depends on your servers, but come on, just take a live scanner and just try it. Try it. Come on, try it. Come on. Come on!
Deep Desert is harsher and way more demanding than the usual zones. So, first you need to grab water and lots of it. The heat level in Deep Desert is higher, which means you're gonna dehydrate faster. If you're not ready, you'll be collapsing before you even find your first lap.
Yeah, again, bullshit. The A row is the same heat level as Misataril or the Odam 4. Then the rest it goes up. But if you farm the A row and you just go from shipwreck to testing station, you don't even need to get that much water. I mean, when I finish my run, I usually end up with more water than when I started, unless you like harvesting spice in the middle of the desert for hours. Yeah, you're gonna need water. But if you just go on the A row like it seems you like to do, dude, just no worries. You're gonna be fine. You don't even need a decaliter drum.
Yummy, yummy slop. Pigs really like slop.